Swagat sir to Benelli Rock Show. You can see us in living and live color, and in the studio as are some really special people here with me. Kagaj, the band is here. What's up, guys?
Hey, thanks, man.
Hello.
clearly, clearly they're all excited. This has been a long time coming, man. This has been a really a big long time coming. We've talked about doing this show for forever,
Yeah.
Man.
forever, man. But finally made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your Saturday?
It was very quiet for me, to be honest.
It was-
For me, it was very quiet. Did my old home job thing, cleaning in bed,
Mm.
but nothing major. That's pretty much it. I mean, it was really good Saturday, but very excited for today's show,
Ah.
tonight's show.
And it's gonna be a pretty exciting show because this is the first ever premiere release of your first ever single
Yeah.
tonight. This is huge news. This is big news, man. Rasayan. I had the opportunity मैले उहाँको show Club 25 मा श्रीतिनसँग हुँदाखेरि I had the privilege of being there at the venue, and they were marvelous. हजुरले सबैजनाले भर्खर सुन्नुभएको गीत in the beginning was a live recording of that show as well, and I'm gonna kick it right off with Shaurav. Man, how's it? And we're here for another agenda altogether as well.
Yeah.
Grunge
Of course.
and our love for grunge music, man. Right off the bat, when was the first time you heard a grunge song? How old were you?
You know, I was pretty old, but I was in seventh grade.
I was pretty old.
But I was in seventh grade though.
How many times did you flunk sixth?
No, I flunked like nursery.
Hey man, that was some hard time blues,
Yeah,
man.
pretty
That's it.
much,
So
like
what was the
in
first song? What was the first grunge song that you heard?
I think no, actually, it was not a song.
Mm.
It was actually photo.
Oh.
Because you know what? Like my brother, like cousin,
Mm.
he had a picture of Kurt Cobain,
Mm.
and I said Brian Adams, man.
Oh, I've heard this story.
And then you know he said, okay, he like that. I always mention this because
He bunnies?
yeah.
With that sort of reaction.
Yeah. And then I had the ego, man. Like I
Mhm.
should listen to, and like to be honest, I did not like it at first
Mm-hmm.
because it was really raw sound, and like until 10th grade,
Mm.
when like to be honest, I'm such a extrinsic person
Mm-hmm.
because everybody was okay. Kurt Cobain was dead
Mm.
and stuff like, but it was few years ago. But नेपालमा ढिलो आउँछ नि त न्युज
Oh, त्यो त
अनि त्यति बेला त्यसमाथि
Undertaker दुईचोटि मरे.
So yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Then after then, I started playing guitar.
Mhm.
So first, kind of, one of my first song was "Come As You Are,"
Mhm.
but not singing voice.
Mhm.
The
Just the
riff
dong, dong,
voice.
dong, dong,
Yeah.
the riff voice.
So that's how, man.
So Shang, what about you, man? Early influences. Early influences.
In terms of grunge or overall music?
In terms of overall music, actually.
overall music, yeah. Well, my first album was Creed.
Mm.
From Creed. Back, it was not even an album. It was actually a live DVD that came out back in. I don't know. I was probably 13 or 14 back then.
Mhm.
Probably on my 7th or 8th grade.
Mm.
It was Creed's live DVD album that I first bought.
Mm.
And that
How were
was-
they live? How were they on that album, Creed? Well, they put out an album, so they must have been good at it.
It was more like a live DVD. It was not proper album.
Yeah, I know, but
DVD.
were they good?
Oh yeah, but
Yeah?
back-
Oh,
yeah,
yeah?
of
Yeah.
course, man. I mean, I still follow them. I still
Yeah.
follow them.
Oh, I do.
yeah.
I do. Mark Tremonti
Yeah. Exactly, and Scott
got his
Stapp and
dues
everything, yeah.
after Alter Bridge.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Scott Stapp was always
Yeah,
always
no,
on.
I still love him. I
Yeah.
still love Creed. I just
Yeah.
enjoy their lyrics and their and Mark Tremonti's playing style and Scott Phillips' drumming style. Like they are absolutely dynamic for my thinking process towards music and the contribution that they've made on my
Mm.
musical journey
Uh-huh.
is enormous. It's beyond.
But pretty much,
Thankful,
I think हाम्रो सबैको जिन्दगीमा I think that's
Yeah.
and we always talk about Chris Cornell, Kurt Cobain को कुराहरू गर्छन् हामी
Yeah.
and हाम्रो जेनेरेसनले सेकेन्ड ह्यान्ड पाएको so we heard audio slave before we heard sound
Yeah,
वाला कुरा
true.
त्यस्तो पनि भएको and I think there's a lot of people who are tuning in and sort of catching up to the show. We have got Kagaj in the house as we're going to premiere उहाँहरूको first ever single release Rasayan tonight, and we're going to talk about their show, the big show, April 7th, Grunge Forever, Phase 3.
Phase 3.
Phase 3. I was there for 2, man, and I don't remember the first one. April 7th, Purple Haze. And before we go into the break, man, how about we hear a song if the mood is right.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, okay,
I
since
see-
you mentioned grunge, like we're gonna do a Nutshell by Alice in Chains.
Right now,
Yeah.
do it.
I mean,
That's fine. I mean, if you're alright.
Yeah,
No,
if you're right.
I can hear I can hear the riff already in my head.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is the first ever on this show that we have Alice in Chains being played. The only time now you're in actually very very good company. There's only been 2 people who played this played live on this show.
Yep.
And the first was Firoz Shangdin and Adrian Pradhan.
Wow.
Yep.
So you guys are in good company.
Hey,
Right now.
good man.
Kagaj, and they're gonna do a rendition of Alice in Chains, Nutshell.
Laying in rest, man. Laying to rest. Sorry. Just been spinning lives. We have faced up at the time, and yet I found this battle all alone. No one to cry to, no place to go. Man gives himself his ring. Man, privacy's real, and yet I find, repeating in my head, if I can be my own, I'd feel rather
That was lovely.
That was
Yeah.
amazing, man. That was woo, that was something else, man. That was a Nutshell.
That
by
was a
Alice in
nutshell.
Chains.
That was
That
probably a nutshell.
I remember hearing Dirt for the first time, the whole album,
Oh man,
Oh,
and
that changed my life,
Yep.
man.
that changed your life. didn't
Literally.
it? Tonight on the Benelli Rock Show with ASM, because tonight we have Kagaj in the house. Guys, go ahead. Introduce yourself. Go first.
Hi, my name is Saurabh Bhattrai.
hello, I'm Shashank Khadka.
Yeah, my name is Binur Kaste and Svester.
Wait, say that again.
Binur
Uh-huh.
Kaste and Svester.
He and
And, you know, we have
We're
we
gonna-
have
He has a pretty
bassist.
long passport name.
I'd like to mention.
I'd like to know his internet password. Yeah. You don't know what?
No, I would like to mention
Mido.
like, Susan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Susan.
Suzanne, of course,
bassist.
the bass player,
Yeah.
monster
couldn't
guy.
make
He's with
tonight,
his
yeah.
friend.
Was that a little sly shout out to him?
Oh well, he had a
No,
major event to.
He has a
To sort of
work,
go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about the music scene right now. Everybody's busy. Everybody's doing stuff. He's doing stuff with Kazuki as well.
Kazuki as
Sydney.
well.
And it's fun. The genesis, कागजको सुरुवात, कागजको त्यो पहिलो पाना. How did it start for? If you can start with you. How did it start? Like, how did you meet these guys? Where did you meet these guys?
Alright.
What bar?
It's like first me, alright.
Dance
Now we
bar.
started.
Dance bar.
Oh, he's not going home tonight. So what you get?
So first of all, like I joined Haze. That's like Haze Institute of Management, which was in New Baneswar.
Like 10 years ago.
Yeah, about 10 years ago, and then we met together, and like we were like not the same class, but we were opposite each other, like opposite to the classes, you know. And then like
You and Shashank, you mean?
Yeah,
okay.
First of all, we made it.
Okay.
And then like
They formed a band, like
we
more
really-
like a high
really
school
ago.
band.
we found the band, right, and then high school band and all. First, so we
More like a
started
school college
like
band, yeah.
first of all we started like metal and all.
Yeah.
That years was fully metal.
Oh yeah. If you didn't play Trooper, you didn't play at all.
Yeah. And then we started, and then again like
This was 2006, by the way. This was 2006.
Ooh, that is 12 years
Yeah,
ago now.
12 years, yeah.
We've all gone pretty old now.
Yeah. Nope.
And then,
Nope. He's like no.
And then again,
They were
when
eight, man.
we were like busy on this kind of thing, and so some went out and kind of thing, and then and again like
I got back from Sydney.
I'm back after like 4 years.
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
6 years after back like 6 years, and he called me, let's play La and Garum, let's play and do something. And then I got one of the best vocalists, like and then kind of thing, and then
He was talking about somebody else.
Yeah.
Right?
I thought I was out.
No, wait a minute. So this little story takes a little detour because you go to Sydney. That's where you met him for the first time.
Yes. So the thing is, after high school, we played together.
There's another band.
Yeah. So anyway, so Sydney, I went to Sydney and
He plays anywhere for money. Yeah.
I played. I had another band called Weevil. Anyway, blah blah. And we actually, Saurav and me, we actually have a mutual friend, Sarthak Shrestha.
Who is also
Who-
the vocalist.
Yeah, who actually played with me.
Who's the vocalist for Weevil?
Yeah.
Weevil, yeah. So I had a mutual friend. We had a mutual friend, which is Sarthak, and we, Saurav and me, we actually got a chance to meet up on a train at a train station. And Sarthak was like, "Hey, Shashank, this is my friend Saurav," and Sarthak was like, "Hey, Shashank, this is my friend." So, okay, hello. That was pretty much. We just met like for instance. No, it was not even 30 seconds.
And I don't even remember, man.
yeah. It was on a railway station.
What time was it? कति बजे भेटेको?
It was probably
No,
in
it
the
was-
afternoon. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just don't remember.
Yeah,
But that was the first time I met Saurav back in Sydney, and then I came back. He was back here as well, and somehow we got connected on Facebook.
And isn't it a refreshing change to hear two people who say we went out and we came back and now we're doing music?
yeah.
We've actually not talked about it, eh? So
Yeah,
far.
I don't think you
Not
guys.
in details like
because
we've
we
never.
know we are going back again. You know.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing
Hey,
we
which
talk
is-
about is
yeah.
like the things about Sydney, the times we've spent.
Yeah, but,
like,
imagine
Yeah.
I'll put Kamal Dai on the spot over here. दुईजना बाहिर जाने पढ्ने and I don't know what Saurav was doing.
We'll
but-
report Neo.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I don't know what Saurav was doing there. He was not studying, I know that. But Nepal फर्केर and then doing music of all the things in the world. And if that isn't a testament to people who say, like, I know, गर्न मिल्दैन, right there in front of you. Continue your story.
Yes.
Jab we met.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And somehow we got connected on Facebook.
Mhm.
And I told Saurav, "Hey Saurav, yeah, we've met before, blah blah blah, through Sarthak and blah." And I was
I had
like,
another band.
hey, I have a friend who plays drums. I played with him before back in high school.
Mhm.
I want to do something about music here in Kathmandu now, since I'm back here for the last two or 3 years or so. And yeah, we checked, and he had the same story. I mean, he was back here in Kathmandu, and then trying to do some music, but And then somehow we just got out for a meeting, and we had some beers and stuff, and then we talked about music, what we want to do. And then the first chat we had was pretty much, all right, how about we start off with covering some Alice in Chains? And that's how it started.
I was gonna say
that's how it started, and
it's like you read his mind.
Yeah. You know, always it happens, man.
It happens.
It happens every time, you know.
So that's what band chemistry is. It's just you are on the same wavelength even without talking and everything. The first time I met Saurav.
Oh man,
I'd love to know that.
To preface all of this, I have to say that he is the singer who sang Gaye Mero Gaja Khane Din. He is the guy. And then he was on to another project called Kush, which was how I basically came to know of him and loved the Wako Lekhai and the music and the whole thing that happened. And then finally we became friends through Facebook. That's how we stalk each other these days. And we finally met for the first time in Tamil. And probably stayed up drinking till 2 in the morning and 3 in the morning. First time we met. I put you, I remember.
Oh, you remember the time?
Because I had a chit.
Oh, you had a watch then? You had a watch?
No, I had a chit like cops.
So that's how we met for the first time. But I know you were talking about Kagaj, you were talking about a new setup. Like you were thinking about it after a certain series of events and everything that happened after that. But this love of Alice in Chains, he even told me back then.
Yeah.
And
I was with another, not women, but a guitarist.
Yeah.
Like my Kush.
I was not gonna say women.
Yeah, no. But no, of course, like, because I had a band then, and you know what, because Kush was a pretty decent project, man, you know, but what happened was, you know, things didn't work out, man, because that Harai Grow video itself, it took like 1 year. And what happened was now, and then what I said was, okay, we don't even have original members, so no way we
doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, you know, and so that's why like that time, you know what, the coincidence here is like I texted him.
Actually, I forgot to mention that. Yes, please continue.
I texted him, and what he said was like, same day he quit his job, and he texted him as well.
On the same day, I forgot to mention that, but
Wow.
it was very weird. It was
So
very
he
weird.
texted you on the same day he quit his job and texted you.
Yeah.
On Messenger. It was so weird. It was
You guys have the best grunge love story ever.
You remember I told you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And on the same day, and you know what, like,
That was also the day Suzanne was born, I think.
Yeah. Man, Facebook does some shit, man.
I cannot say that word again. But that's what I'm prefacing. You take what I say is the fact that we talked about Alice in Chains back then, and now April 7th, Purple Haze. I'm just gonna read this pretty quick. Where can you guys actually buy the tickets for this? Is Namaste Coffee at Freak Street, Planet Music, that big place in New Baneshwar, Sahana Guitars at Pudli Sarak, Purple Haze, of course, in Tamil, and Deep Music Store in New Road. So life takes a big full circle, and just and behold, here you guys are. We're gonna take a short commercial break, but before we take that break, I'm gonna ask each of you one question, and that is, what is your favorite Alice in Chains song? You have to choose one. At the moment, that's making it easier.
Okay, you know, at the moment, yeah,
At the moment.
exactly,
Makes it easy.
because it's died,
Uh-huh.
because I just had a breakup,
Ah.
and then I can because
Yeah.
But
You can
know, the lyrics was totally for Demery.
Mhm.
If you don't know, like
Yes,
Lane
I-
Staley's
yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you know, right now I can totally like, that's my Hindi song. You know, like that's my Bollywood song. You know
It's
what
a
I mean?
Tere Naam song at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah. For me, yeah.
For me, it has to be Rain When I Die.
Oh.
Wow,
It
that
has to
song
be
is
Rain
good.
When I
Oh,
Die.
man. Like every
Stop reading my mind. I was like, stop it. Yours?
Man in the Box.
Oh.
It got some, grooves and all that.
And that has some nostalgia value, I'm sure. One of the first grunge songs, that hard-hitting songs that we were. This is Radio Nagrik 96.5, and I am in conversation with Kagaj, these three handsome gentlemen in the studio here with your voice ASM, and we're talking about their brand new first ever premiere release tonight. We're gonna do that right at the end of the show. We're gonna talk about that song, but before that, we are here talking about April 7th, Purple Haze Ma Grunge Forever Phase 3. It's gonna be a great kick-ass show. Mezo is gonna be there doing some Nirvana. It's gonna be awesome. you guys are doing Alice in Chains, and let me just read this interesting. I'm just gonna read this out because I don't have memory worth a dime anymore. A surprise special segment guest band collaboration from different genre bands like Vomiting Snake, Monkey Temple Shadows, Ugra Karma will cover Pearl Jam, Stone Temple Pilots, and Soundgarden, etc. Wow.
Yeah.
So, and of course,
That sounds huge.
that sounds.
Yeah.
Now, if that's not enough reason for you guys to buy a ticket and be there, it's gonna be a big grunge party. It's just gonna be this big
Yeah.
festival, and I'm just happy about the fact that we're doing this. And Mito just walked in. That's he's right there. What's up, Mito? The bass man.
And
Just walked in the studio. We're gonna get him after this break inside the studio.
Okay.
We can put him on Shoro's lap.
Yeah.
And
He would love that. He would love that.
We've done that before.
oh Lord. So, and April 7th kin rakhe भने April 5th is the day that, of course, Lane Stanley and
Pioneers and
Kurt Cobain.
And I would like to mention something.
Yeah.
Actually, I would really like to thank Suresh Dai.
Oh yes.
Suresh Raj Bhandari.
Oh yes.
Because he asked us do you want to do Alice in Chains? And Shashank and me were already doing this before he asked us. And I talked to Binur and Suzanne, and we were all excited.
Mm.
And last meeting, this time, people, they're saying, why just Alice in Chains and Nirvana, right?
Why not?
First, it's April 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
And second of all, it's because, you do 4 songs, and you do like 4 songs Soundgarden, 4 songs Stone Temple Pilots.
Ray doesn't do justice.
Yeah,
to the-
yeah. So, 10 songs each, man, at least.
Yeah. And I was up on stage doing Soundgarden,
Yeah.
and you could feel that. Yeah, you
Just 3 songs, man.
It's gone.
Yeah.
it's gone. That's all.
But since it's a grunge thing,
Mhm.
so we are fitting in more people
Mhm.
for Soundgarden and Pearl Jam and
And
stuff.
all these great names that I
Yeah,
just mentioned,
yeah.
all these great bands and
yeah,
band members.
and that's pretty. I'm excited as well, man. As a fan,
It's gonna be great. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there. You guys gonna be there, absolutely, because यो चाहिँ जुन सङ्गीतको एउटा शैली छ genre भनौँ न grunge, the sort of impact it's had on this generation can only be felt. And I had the pleasure of being on the first event and the second event,
Yeah.
and you feel that love from the audience.
Yeah.
You always do. And you can only imagine and fantasize what Seattle in 89, 88 looked like. But it comes close. That night
I
comes
lived,
close.
I
to
lived
that.
in Seattle, man.
You did?
No, Seattle from Nepal. It's Dharan, man.
Hey, यो चाहिँ हाम्रो जहिले पनि कन्भर्सेसन हुन्छ नेपालको according to Mr. Saurabh Bhattacharya, नेपालको grunge capital is Dharan.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because we say it.
Because we just said it.
Yeah, we say it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
that's why. But hey, I've been getting a lot of love from Dharan, man, even for this show.
Yeah, yeah.
And some really great people.
But I think
fans.
it's not just about Dharan now.
Hmm.
It's actually because places are shrinking, man.
Mm.
So it's the whole scene out there.
Mm.
And these guys are doing pretty much good rock and roll. Even if you go to Tamil, man, you'd see people from everywhere.
Yeah.
But that place is especially about grunge, man.
Mm.
That place is grunge.
Sometime we can take this on the road and get it to
Yeah.
get it to its birthplace. Maybe in Dharan.
Imagine writing a song like Goye Mera Gaja Khani Dinoru
Yeah,
like 15 years ago, man.
I know.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
trust me, man.
Right, I can
Yeah.
feel it. I can
Yeah.
feel there is some grunge there. And speaking of which, Shashank, we gotta take it away. We gotta do another song. And
Sorry, what did you say?
Shashank
Just about to take
Shashank
that,
little
yeah.
is like, what? We didn't talk about this. So, what is the next song that you guys want to play?
So this is one of our songs from our debut album. It's called, what is it called?
The guy you can see in the
Kalpana
frame
Nepal,
behind,
yeah.
just behind, is the bass player. We're not
Yeah.
letting him in because we're cruel,
Yeah.
but we're gonna let him in after this break. What is the song you guys are gonna sing?
This song is called Kalpanik Nepal.
Oh,
I would like to say something
Sure.
more about the song. It's अकाल्पनिक भने चाहिँ होइन जस्तो काल्पनिक भने चाहिँ सोचेका कुराहरू होइन तर अकाल्पनिक भने चाहिँ अब जस्तो नसोचा जस्तो दुर्घटना हुँदा अकाल्पनिक भएछ बिचरा उसको सोचा होइन एक्सिडेन्ट जस्तै हाम्रो नेपाल भइरहेछ होइन एन्ड द लिरिक्स इज प्रिटी अब कतिले भन्छ होला अब इट डजन्ट मेक सेन्स एन्ड स्टफ इट्स लाइक यदि नेपाल मेरो भइदिएको भए नेतालाई कृषि गराउँथे किसानलाई विज्ञान सिकाउँथे यदि नेपाल मेरो भइदिएको भए मन्दिरमा ऐना लगाउँथे ईश्वरलाई मान्छे बनाउँथे किन अब भन्यो भने बोलेर अन्न फल्थ्यो नेतालाई कृषि गराइदियो भने त भाषण धेरै अन्न फल्थ्यो होला नि त होइन पसिना बन्थ्यो प्रार्थना किनभने हामी जति पूजा उत्यो गर्थ्यो हाम्रो जति स्वेटलाई त्यो पूजा आरती सोच्ने हो भने स्वेटले चाहिँ डिफाइन गर्थ्यो कि प्रार्थनालाई तर फेरि यदि नेपाल मेरो भइदिएको भए वास्तविकता सोलाउँथ्यो यो चाहिँ रियालिटी पनि होइन कि फेरि
That is just always floored by this man's writing. This is A Kalpanik Nepal by Kagaj. With the official thigh slapper for the band as well.
It's,
That was-
you know, precaution. It's the music.
It's you are precautioning everything.
Gotta improvise.
That was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. That is what grunge is all about, man. That
It's
feel,
raw, man.
that
It's not
feel,
perfect.
that feel right there. This whole journey, everything that you guys are doing together, everything that you guys are pulling in together now, with this show April 7th, the IC show coming up, and you guys have the album coming up as well, and working in the studio diligently for that as well. There isn't a fans on YouTube and everything, and all Kagaj fans, and it's all the love that you have garnered.
Oh, it's heaps of love, man. I don't know, like our video, like our first song audio is releasing tonight.
It is.
And we already have fans, man.
You already have fans.
And that's like we have very less fans though, but I would like to say brothers,
Yeah.
because we know everybody personally, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because it's such a small community like grunge, but they love us, like they follow us like every gig, man.
Mm.
And you know what? Not because we are perfect,
Mm.
because they find. I think they can relate to their
They
imperfections,
connect.
man. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah.
And then I think that's what makes our fans like the best fans, man.
And
Yeah.
the other thing is the people that come to the show, यो एउटा सङ्गीत प्रति this sort of trance
Yeah.
that they go into when they come to the live shows,
Oh.
because when you see them having fun, you start having fun sometimes
Yeah,
as well
yeah,
up on stage.
yeah.
We're talking to Kagaj, हामी कुरा गर्दैछौँ about the big show, Grunge Forever Phase 3 Purple Haze ma April 7th. The gates open at 2 o'clock. The show's gonna start at 3:30, and it's gonna be a kick-ass show because Kagaj is gonna be covering Alice in Chains, and Mezo is going to be covering the classics from Nirvana, and there are gonna be some special guests, एकदमै surprise guestहरू पनि आउँदैछन् showमा. People from Ugra Karma, from big bands like Monkey Temple. I forgot the list, man. There was a there was a lot of names.
A lot
There are beautiful people out there, man,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this
A lot of
guest-
beautiful
guest
people.
Yeah,
appearance
you know
thing,
what?
yeah,
Like some
yeah.
people, I've never watched them,
Mhm.
and that is my first chance to meet them alive, man.
Mhm.
You know, Judy.
Dude, they're alive. It's a different experience when you see the people that you've seen and
Yeah,
you finally see
Judy.
them.
Like
Yeah,
Nepali,
I know what you
it pretty much makes sense, man. Like
Yeah.
Judy.
Jude dekhna. It does. And we're talking about a lot of things. Before we preface and go into the last quarter of the show, हामी कुरा गर्नेवाला छौँ about what future projects you guys have coming. Let's talk a little bit about that. The show, of course, AIC. What's coming after that? April 7th show.
Wow. Primarily AIC for us. AIC tribute.
Mm.
90s grunge forever. Phase 3 is the most
Mm.
important thing for us. But besides that, we have plans of doing a video for
Mhm.
sure for
Mhm.
our first debut video.
No, yes.
We're not sure which song. I mean, what kind of video, but
It
yeah, we
depends
have
on
we
the
have yeah
budget.
we have kind of jotted down the plans and
Mhm.
everything. Besides that, we might be having minor tours in the eastern part of Nepal
Mhm.
and maybe in Pokhara and
Mm.
stuff. And pretty much that's it. And maybe few new tracks for the next album. Yeah, we
Oh,
we already have.
we-
Yeah, we already
few
have
tracks.
songs.
Not much.
Just release a
yeah.
double album.
Yeah.
Hey,
We wish, yeah.
it's great to see you guys doing so well, and it's gonna be an honor because before this year is over, we guys are gonna be on the same stage together, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Before
That'll
this
be
year
awesome.
is over.
That'll be awesome.
And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun.
Yeah.
This is the Benelli Rock Show with ASM, and I'm joined by the fourth member of this grunge love story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just gonna call him Mido because I have seen him, and what a great bass player he is.
Thank you.
I've had the pleasure of seeing him with Kazuki, and then when I finally saw that he was playing with the boys in Kagaj, it warmed my heart because man, you were crazy on the bass that day. Welcome to the show.
Thank you भन्नुपर्यो
Oh, you want to say something else?
अरू त के भन्नु त खासै गीत भन्नु मन छैन मन छैन भन्दाखेरि
wanna
के
say
भन्न
sorry?
सकिनँ मैले
Do you want to say sorry before thank you? man?
No, wait a minute. No, of course not. How's it going, man? I asked all of them how their Saturdays went. How was your Saturday?
मेरो स्याटरडे आज म उता बनेपा पुगेँ
Echoes in the Valley.
एकोस इन द भ्याली
Big ups to Banepa, big ups to
Yes,
Suman,
yeah.
Bima, Banepa. Kudos to you guys, man. You
Oh,
put on a
yeah.
great show today.
We didn't manage to come, but yeah, I hope
Man,
it
I was
great,
all the live stream. Miku was there, Rijudai, Mo was there, Kanta Dob.
Yeah.
Amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. And how was the experience? How did you love it?
एकदम दामी थियो त्यो कल्चरली हुन्छ नि
Yeah.
ठाउँ ठाउँमा अब बिहानदेखि भइरहेको थियो भनौँ न सोहरू
Hmm?
अनि त्यो पुरानो इन्स्ट्रुमेन्टहरू सुन्न चाहिँ धेरै रमाइलो लाग्यो भनौँ न।
नेपाली भाषाहरू चाहिँ?
नेपाली भाषाहरू
It's I had the privilege of going to the first Echoes in the Valley Asanma. Nirona
असलमा।
Bakubela, man. It was just so amazing seeing Daniel Jivon and Hari Merjan. Imagine seeing Gypsy Jazz
Yeah.
in Asanko Masla Bazar.
Yeah, man.
बिच बाटोमा
That's epic.
You can only imagine these things. And I just come back from New York and America, and I went like, yeah, this is why I live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I live in Kathmandu, man. It was just an amazing sight to see and so proud. And then how did your day go? What time did you make it back?
well it went really well
Mm-hmm.
कति बजे पुग्यो भन्ने यहाँ त ढिलै पुगेँ सकर 8 बजेसम्म
Yeah, that was the point I was getting to.
तर लगभग टाइममा पुग्यो हुनु न अलिकति टाइम बाँकी थियो
He just made it in time, in the nick of time. How'd you meet these guys?
I met them through him.
Ah,
Now,
I
blames
knew him
on him, always.
Yeah, always.
Blames on Vinod.
the
Always
day he quit his job, he said, "You quit yours too." So you guys have been friends all along.
No, he's been working since, man. He took his job.
That day.
Well, we used to play together before.
Uh-huh.
Like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
अनि त्यसपछि ऊ बिचमा बाहिर गयो के अरे त्यसपछि हामी भेट्न कम भयो
Mm.
अनि ऊ फर्केर आयो
Mm.
अनि फेरि भेटघाट हुन थाल्यो
All of these great inbound stories.
Yeah, it's a bounce.
All of you guys.
Coming
And,
back.
that's just amazing to see. And grunge, what does it mean to you, man? I know they were pretty clear about what it means. But what about you?
यसलाई चाहिँ हल्काले मलाई चाहिँ बुझाउन गाह्रै पर्ला जस्तो ग्राउन्डलाई अब
Should we fix that peg for him?
Where
Where is the bottle? Now come on, do your
Oh,
best
he solved
sober
it
impression.
before
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, best sober explanation.
के भन्नु पर्ला जस्तो ग्राउन्डलाई
What was your first grunge song that you ever heard?
निर्वाणाको गीत सुने मैले
God, it smells like Teen Spirit. Was that the first song you heard?
त्यो चाहिँ होइन होला
Lithium.
सायद के थियो त्यो हार्ट सेप बक्स
Oh,
त्यो थियो होला लिथियम तिनीहरू थियो
Lithium. Yeah.
अनि पली वाज
There you go.
त्यो गीतहरू तिनीहरू थियो मेरो फर्स्ट गीतहरू निर्वाणाको
Did you like grunge as soon as you heard it?
एकदम
Really? So your experience was not like his, or not like mine. Mine was
यस्तो
also
थियो
like that actually.
मैले जब मैले मेरो फर्स्ट सिडी पाएँ नि गीतको
Hmm.
त्यसमा लिङ्किन पार्क लिम्बिस्किट
The best rock collection, the best rock collection, right?
Love Volume 1 or something.
Exactly, best rock volume 1.
Yeah.
And I remember the one that had "You Know You're Right,"
Yeah.
and that's the first Nirvana song I heard. I went, "Oh my God, this band is something else, man!" And that's when I went back to Nirvana. So for you, it was one of those chakkas as well.
सिडीमा ऱ्यान्डम कलेक्सन थियो
Mhm.
भनेर अनि मन परेको ब्यान्डहरू भनौँ न
Mhm.
त्यसमा
So that's how it
Yeah.
started for you. And now April 7th is coming along, and the grunge event, Grunge Forever Phase 3, April 7th. I already can see so many people who've been saying that they're gonna come to the show. It's gonna be a great show. The gates are gonna open at 2 o'clock, and the tickets are available at Namaste Cafe, Namaste Coffee at Freak Street. They're available at Planet Music, at New Baneshwar, at Deep Music Store, of course, in Khichapokri, and guys, AIC and Maze are doing Nirvana and all these great bands covering all this. I remember the first conversation we had after the first grunge, and we talked about you guys gotta do AIC one day. I remember talking this to you
Always,
way back when.
always kind of, you know what? I never dreamed about taking out an album or if I had a like band and shit. But I always dreamed about if I would do Alice in Chains cover, man.
Yeah.
To be very honest, because I'm, you know what? I had that, the vocals which was not up to the par of this commercial, like mainstream music. But now it's different.
Yeah.
But then,
Back then, yeah.
yeah. And you know when I heard like Nirvana was good and Alice in Chains, Nirvana got me into everything. you
Oh
know.
yeah, all of us basically.
Yeah.
into grunge, yeah.
And then you know what, like Alice in Chains was so deep, man.
Mm.
I could totally relate. But later I realized actually it was JD, man, writing everything, and I was pretty mad as well, like disappointed. Lane, like there are very few songs who, like, to be clear, because people think Lane wrote those songs, man.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But no,
JC,
it was
yeah.
Jerry, man.
Yeah, it was JC.
Yeah.
And but the funny thing about Cantrell is Jerry Cantrell, guitarist, Alice in Chains, he's still around, and Alice in Chains is still touring with the new singer William Duvall. Jerry Cantrell basically saw Lane Stanley and wrote a lot of those songs as well.
Oh yeah.
And those and that's an experience that he's talked about, and he said that maybe he was just too messed up to write these himself.
Oh yeah.
And
that's sweet, man.
and Jerry Cantrell loved Lane Stanley. Everybody in that scene now, for which now we love Lane Stanley because of which. What an incredible artist! What an incredible artist he was.
Yeah.
And speaking of incredible artists and everything, now tonight you guys are gonna release an incredible piece of music.
Yes.
You're gonna unleash it this demon onto the world.
Unleash
No,
the demon.
Yeah,
don't say
gonna-
that.
Don't say that. Why would you
That was
say that?
heavy,
It
man.
just-
That was
it's
heavy.
just
Don't
darkness,
say-
man.
don't say
It's
demon,
just
that's
darkness.
heavy.
He's like,
No,
it's
not,
just dark.
not demon though. Like
Not demon.
darkness doesn't mean evil, you know.
Well,
Like,
demon doesn't mean evil too. Beauty and the Beast.
yeah, but like people how they perceive
But
things,
releasing
you know.
a demon, you know, that's...
God, I
that-
wish I
that
could
sounds
release
a
the
bit-
demon. No, okay. Talk to me about Rasayan, man. What is the song about?
We have a story behind it, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I was
so
gonna
we
say the
actually-
same thing.
Should I or should
No.
should?
No, no.
So anyway, no. We started doing Alice in Chains covers after Kagaj, and then finally we just it was one of these nights. Saurav and me, we just sat in a room and we got hold of guitars for ourselves, and then we started jamming, blah blah blah. And he was like, "All right, I have a little song that I." Well, actually, he didn't mention that. He just started doing a riff.
Mhm.
He did He started playing that riff, and then I started singing on it. I started putting melody on it.
Mm.
And he was like, I said, hey, na na na. And he stops and he says, hey, Shashank, is this a song that has already been sung by somebody else? And I'm like, no, I just came up with the melody.
Yeah.
Why? And I was like, I think I have something to show you. And he pulls out his phone.
I know this
When I
story.
had a phone.
Yeah.
He had a phone. He pulls out his phone and like he puts up a track, little music track, and I hear the same music.
Mm.
And then he goes, damn, Shashank, I think I have done this. I have done the same melody
Mm.
back in the years, and you sung the same melody. How come? How is this possible? And so that's how we started
Yeah.
filling up.
And we
Rasayan
both started with the hey, hey.
It's pretty
And
much.
I was like,
it was pretty
what?
much a mutual
Yeah.
startup with the song.
Man.
Like it had hey in the beginning.
Yeah.
That was pretty much how it
Yeah.
started.
I started with the hey too, you know, like hey.
Hey, just start with the hey. That's how this song came around, and I know this story, but I just wanted all the listeners and the viewers on YouTube to actually hear this story because it's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Nepalma, worldma kahi pani to find bandmates who have the same like wavelength. Musical taste should differ, of course. They should differ across the board. Tara, when you're on the same wavelength, like you guys are talking about and everything, man, that's it. We are almost to the point where we have to release the song now.
Wow.
So we're gonna do the last plug for the show, April 7th, Purple Haze. It's gonna be Grunge Forever Phase 3.
Grunge forever.
Phase 3.
90s grunge forever.
90s grunge forever.
Phase 3.
Yeah.
Kagaj is going to be playing Alice in Chains.
Alice in
Mezo
Chains,
is
man.
going to be playing Nirvana. There is a bunch of surprise big stars who are going to be at the show, and they're going to be covering a lot of great grunge songs. I'm going to be there. You guys are going to be there too. I know it for sure. Before we go to the world premiere of Rasayan, last words, people. What do you want to say to your
World
fans?
premiere in Nepal.
World premiere in Nepal. What do you want to say to your fans right there?
Wait
No.
for the album Pailo Pana.
No.
Yeah.
That's it. He just dropped the mic. He just walked away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the premiere of Rasayan by Kagaj.